In the early 1970s, an important discovery was made about photochemical air pollution in the northeast United States. This was reported in a report in Science by Bill Cleveland, Bat Kleiner, Gene McRae, and Jack Warner in 1976. This movie, which was made by Rick Becker and Jack Warner with help from Tracy Warner, Jack's daughter, and Robert Cleveland, Bill's son, shows air pollution concentrations on one particular day. The discovery that was made was that concentrations are transported over distances of hundreds of miles in the Northeast. Previous to this, it was thought that the transport had largely been relatively local, over distances of 5 to 10 miles. This movie shows concentrations on one particular day in the Northeast, July 2nd, 1974. The diameters of the circles, which are at a variety of measuring sites in the Northeast, show the ozone concentrations. The clock on the right, lower right of the screen shows the time of day, and also the size of the clock is the federal standard, or what was the federal standard at that time, 0.08 parts per million. What has happened here is that the concentrations have been animated by making a movie of them, and they increase and decrease throughout the day. Now we're going to see it again, and we're going to study what the phenomenon is. The wind is blowing from the southwest to the northeast. Here we are early in the morning. You can see generally over the whole northeast concentrations are beginning to rise. Now look at southwestern Connecticut. Suddenly there's a big rise in the circles there. Now a little bit more to the northeast and into central Connecticut you see the concentrations rising. And now in northern Connecticut and other places. Now watch Massachusetts, the central part of Massachusetts. You see the concentrations rising. Now in northern Massachusetts, and finally look at that one site in New Hampshire. This is all transport coming out from the New York City metropolitan region.